Hello, my name is Cabria, and this is my portrait of the artist. First, at one point a few years back, I had a pretty popular Tumblr blog for my poetry. That's pretty much been abandoned since then, but the username was Right in My Soul, and I had made a Tumblr friend that we called Tops, and they shortened my name to Whims and said it was short for how whimsy and whimsical I was. And to this day, I still really like it, and I feel like it's still a large part of me, so I wanted to include that. Music itself has always been incredibly important to me and who I am as a person, and the further I got into high school, the more alternative rock specifically has been super important to me. So I wanted to showcase that, and this is one of the examples of a coworker and I going to a Creed Three Doors Down and Mammoth concert, and I wanted to share a quote from Creed. Next, I have wanted to include one of my pen banners. At this point, I have quite a few of them. Because I wanted to showcase the things that I like and the things that I'm interested in and who I am, and I wanted to include how to look is to be seen. And many of these are based off books. Some are from TV shows, a couple are from movies. And then this is Saint Dennis. He's the patron saint of headaches and migraines, and because I have chronic migraines, I thought it was really cool because he, in his story, he was decapitated and he picked up his head and then walked 5 miles to give his last sermon before dying. And while I'm not at all religious, I thought that was something I could relate to in a sense, and that's my tattoo of it. These are a few of my favorite book series, and I spend quite a large amount of time on AO3 reading fan fiction in my free time. I've been a fan of Edgar Allan Poe since I was 10. I came across his poems in 5th grade for the first time because of the school library, and there were 2 poems specifically that has always resonated with me, but more than anything, Alone has stood out to me, and to this day I still feel like I really resonate with this poem. So I also have this tattooed on me in a sense right here. And all I loved alone. This is a link to a song that I really like and sometimes still really resonate with. And these are pictures of my journal that I've had for a really, really, really long time, including one of the poems that I've since edited and updated for this class. Sticks by George Sanders was one of the works that I looked into further for an assignment that I wanted to use some of the creative ideas from to create my own works. These are my initial writing goals. I really wanted to work on my own voice and style and work outside of my comfort zone and build more confidence in myself. Deep Something is our creative nonfiction assignment, and it was based off of my quote-unquote first ever relationship. And it's pretty long. It's quite a few slides. And then our poems, I have my 3 right here: Life Through Hair, Imposter Thoughts, and Hope. Life Through Hair was about the several experiences I have of like big changes throughout my hair and how they've impacted me. Imposter Thoughts is by sometimes, and not just with success, but sometimes I feel like I do not have what it takes to claim something. And when I first realized I was queer, I kept doubting my experiences and feeling like this isn't enough to qualify as this. So there's many times, not just in terms of success, that I feel like I'm an imposter with my labels. And this is the poem from the journal that I've since revised for this class. I have inspired my fiction piece off of Alone by Edgar Allan Poe, and it was something I worked on years ago, a little short snippet that I expanded on for this class. And then there's my artist statement, as well as my finished digital story piece and my reflective essay. Thank you.